I was fishing plugs and divers and bait at the same time. Reel it down, reel it down.
There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
what the? Look at me, look at me. Just do this. Reel it down and then give it a bigger swing.
Hey, watch this. Little competition between Big D and I right here. We'll see who get the biggest one.
Another hook on my
You know.
Dustin, you have a power play right now. There's nobody else on.
Oh, it's down. It's got him. Got him.
Look at that! Airborne! Airborne! National Airborne Day, baby! Look at that!
Woo!
Make Andy work.
Just like that.
Fish on, bobber down.
I guess you just got to turn the camera on. Woo! Cromer! Cromer!
Beauty.
Just reel down to him a little bit, shorten him up, you're good. Try not to lean over that edge too much. If everybody over there. Yeah, look at that. In the net. But see where he's hooked? He's just right on the tip with that back hook. They're just nipping at it.
Look, gave him just a tip. That's it.
Just for a second.
Hey, we're just getting started. Made a couple casts out there, some pretty serious action. Bobbers are going down. First one to the net, first one in the boat. Check it out. Beautiful chrome coho right here on some Pautzke fire cure, getting the job done. You want to dance?
Ooh.
You want to dance?
Look at that. Bobber down.
You want to dance?
Bobber down. Woo! He looks like a better
You want to
fish.
dance?
More egg on there, is that good?
He's hot. He's hot. Oh yeah, look at that.
How hard did that hit?
Not hard. I just saw. He said he wanted to dance, so I obliged him. Stuck him. It's a little nicer fish.
It looks like it's bigger than the last one.
Oh, get out.
Here you go. Ooh! Ooh!
Look at that guy.
Look at that, 2 for 2. Hey, we're getting the fish. Hey, Dwayne, you fishing it today?
I'm fishing.
All right, just checking to make sure.
I'm fishing,
but look at that.
That's what's going on.
Hey, it's got a nice big old hook nose. He says this coho's been in here a little while, but man, this is a beautiful looking fish. They get thick shoulders on them.
Andy Couch here with Pautzke Bait Company. We're showing people what we're using, the standard bait rig on the little Susitna River. I've got a 30-pound leader and then a bait loop. I use a double hook rig. These are Gamakatsu finesse wide gap hooks. Work very well at catching those fish. We just have a little bit of Pautzke fire cured roe on that first hook, and then the trailer's just following there to hook any light biters. Usually have 1 or 2 split shot sinkers just to carry it down. I'm using a slip bobber. An ESB bobber is what this one is. It just slides easily up the line. I've got a stopper knot here that I can set the depth wherever I want it. Usually that's a pretty good depth. I'm usually not fishing very deep for silvers. Fish on!
Holy,
He got him.
Big D.
He got him.
And this one is not, I don't think this one's a buck, Dwayne.
We're going to double up. We're going to double up.
Not real big, but it's a hen. That's a hen there, Ship.
Are you looking for eggs? You don't want too much weight over there.
There we go.
Woohoo! Just
On
like
the board,
that,
Ship on the board.
Big D is on the board.
Nice little coho.
You want that one?
It's not real big. Well, here you go, finally on the board. Nice, a little bit smaller than what Ship over there has been boating, but still a nice coho, nice little hen. And they're being a little finicky this morning. Good bait, running fire. What are we running? We're running fire cure. Running fire cure. And they're mouthing it, so you gotta be pretty quick on the trigger. But you know, these are wild coho, and they are fun to catch.
Ooh! Ooh!
Yep.
There it is.
Nope.
He got
Oh, he got him.
Oh,
Thought he
yeah,
was
look
slack
like
on him, man.
one you had looked like a chum.
I swear, I thought I saw bars.
Yeah.
That looks like more of a chromer.
He's on yours.
Not over yet. Ooh!
Ooh, nice fish.
Male.
Got a nice thick Thick tail on them.
Male.
Big bug. Put them in the boat.
So I got a little Susitna coho. I just caught it on a bobber and bait. We're fishing just where a little bit of clear water comes into the main river, because the river's super high and muddy. But anywhere that clear water is, the coho are just hanging in there. You throw the bait in there, and they want it. Okay, we've been fishing the Little Susitna River. The Little Susitna River is one of the premier silver salmon fisheries in the Matsu Valley. Often has the most anglers days of any river in the Matsu Valley, and there's several reasons. We have a particularly strong silver salmon run. The escapement goal is 10,100 fish to a little bit over 17,000 fish. That's what we're looking for just escapement purposes each year. The bait fishery opens on the 6th of August, and you're typically allowed to use, or you're allowed to harvest 2 silver salmon per day per person. This year, because we had a good escapement through the weir, 2 days after the bait fishery opened, the Department of Fish and Game bumped the limit up to 3 coho salmon per person per day.
Look at that. Ha ha ha! That's on natural fire cure right there, baby. When Andy wasn't looking, I snuck a jar into his boat.
He's a
Daddy!
He's a dark daddy.
Daddy!
Look at that.
Look at that. I think this one might eat that one you just got in there, Dwayne.
Big bug.
Big. What? Bigger than some Kings people are catching this year.
That's not saying a lot.
You want to kill him? No, I'm busy. I'm busy over here. I put 6 fish back. How many you got?
Oh,
Look at that.
Mr. Snout.
That's a big red fire truck right there.
Holy.
Look at this guy. Big old kipe on it. Hey, just when that bite was dying down, switch it up, throw on some Pautzke's natural fire cure. Check him out. That's a nice big coho right there.
Another thing that's desirable about the little Susitna coho is they average a bit larger than most of the Matsu Valley silver salmon or coho. Average generally about 8 to 10 pounds. Sometimes we'll catch a fish to 12 pounds on a typical charter. We might catch a 12-pounder. Occasionally you'll get one 13, 14, maybe even 15 pounds.
Big D's on.
Another one. There's a hot little spot right here.
Oh, that's a chum, isn't it?
Looks like a chum.
That is a chum.
The first one I hooked was a chum too. We called it. Got some chum in the river. Yep. Yeah. There you go.
Fun to catch though. I think they're one of the better.
Oh, they're a hard fighting fish.
Okay, so this is what we've been using for bait. They're Pautzke's fire-cured salmon roe. We're getting the eggs right out of the fish we catch. Sprinkle them with that roe, and I put them in a bucket, mix them up pretty good, just kind of get that cure around, and then just taking them out and drying them till they're as firm as I want them to be. Just dry them on a piece of newspaper is usually what I do.
Cast it way down there.
Come on, Chip, get a double. Let's go. This looks like another one of the nice bucks. Yep, a little color to them. Oh yeah, they got a little teeth points now. A little. Here we go. Another buck. There you go, another nice wild coho. Fire cure, man. I'm telling you, fire cure on these eggs. Soak them in a little nectar. They're just sitting over there in that nice, soft water right on the edge. Water is really high and dirty today, but I got to tell you, Dustin just missed another one. He's been doing that all day. This is what Uncle Dusty does best.
Okay, so I got a cured skein of coho salmon roe here. This is just a whole one. Sometimes I cut them into pieces, sometimes I cure them whole like that. The smaller ones work well cured whole. And I'm just going to rip off a pretty good sized chunk of bait there. That's about what I'm using. I have this double hook set up with the egg loop on it. And I just back that leader out. There's the loop right there. I'm going to put the bait right in that loop. I try and get the skein material on the eggs right up against that loop where it's going to hold it in there really well. Cinch it up just a little bit. You don't want to pull it too tight or I'll cut the bait. Right about there like that. It's all ready to go. Going in.
See how long this one takes. Last one took about 1 second.
There we go. There he is.
There. Oh, just like that.
Yo.
Welcome to Alaska.
That doesn't feel too big like those other ones they've been pulling out of there. I'm trying to get it best past you there. Okay, here it goes. There he goes.
Big buck.
Today's episode of Pautzke Outdoors comes to you from Alaska. We're about 2 hours outside of Anchorage, less than an hour from the Matsu Valley, fishing on the little Susitna River for coho salmon. Now it's late summer. You know, normally from mid-July through mid-September, you have coho salmon around here. Now we went out fishing today with Andy Couch, Fishtale River Guides. Had a great time using bobbers and eggs. What a great day it was using fire cure. Used mostly red fire cure today and a little bit of natural fire cure as well. And you can see the water is much higher than it normally is. There's been a lot of storms that have come through recently, and I've had about 2 weeks of rain, so the water's higher and muddier. But with that great scent and great fire cured eggs, we're still able to catch a pile of beautiful silvers.
Hey, just when the bite was dying down,
Poop off that fish.
Look at that thing take it. Oh! Explain that to me.
Slow down.
All day long. All day long!